Hi, I'm Lee Stevens, and today I'm going to be looking at two lightweight carbon fiber travel tripods. So we've got the Ulanzi X-Aircross F38, and that's made in cooperation with Fotopro. Then we also have the SmallRig video tripod 4221. They have a lot of different models, but that's the one we're looking at today with the video head. There's a bit of a price difference between the two. The SmallRig is $179 and the Ulanzi is $259, although generally they're on sale, so you can get them for quite a bit less than that. And the reason I'm looking at these two tripods is there's a lot of similarities between these two, although there are a few differences that we'll go over. They both come with bags. The Ulanzi bag is kind of a nice soft bag, and the SmallRig is your standard nylon bag. So if you need a bag, they come with those. As far as weight goes, the Ulanzi comes in at 2.38 pounds, and the SmallRig is 3 pounds, so a little bit heavier. You can definitely feel that difference. When they fold down, the Ulanzi folds down to 18 inches, whereas the SmallRig folds down to 16 inches, although it's not as compact. You can fold it the other way around, like this one is folded, but it's quite a bit longer. The holding weight between these two, how much weight they'll hold, the Ulanzi will hold 22 pounds, that's 10 kilograms, and the SmallRig will hold 8.8 pounds, which is about 4 kilograms. So let's take a look at the legs on both of these tripods, as it's one of the major differences between the two. They both have carbon fiber legs. They look a little different, but they're both quite nice and light. The Ulanzi has twist locks on the end of the legs, whereas the SmallRig has latches. On the Ulanzi, I have mixed feelings about the twist lock legs. On the one hand, they're really fast to extend. You can just twist them and take them out. And then they also have the ability to, if you just turn them one click, you can extend them one leg segment, 2 clicks, 2 leg segments, 3 clicks, 3 leg segments. Well, that's how it works. In theory, I found it to be a little bit wonky. It's a little hard to get those clicks just right. With the Ulanzi, if you're going to be extending the legs all the way, then this is a great system. Very, very fast to set up. Just twist them all the way, twist out, twisting on the end there. Very, very quick. So there we have it. That's extended. Whereas on the SmallRig, it's got the more traditional latches. So they just take a little bit longer to extend. Not a lot longer, but you know, if you're a professional and a few seconds matter, then that might be a reason to get that one. But if you're not, probably not gonna make a huge difference. So, there you go, both of them set up. One thing I don't like about the Ulanzi style legs is, say you have your camera on there, and I've got my A6700 filming me right now, so I'm gonna use my little ZV-1. But so say you got a camera on there, and you're on uneven ground, and you need to adjust your tripod. With the twist lock legs, you have to bend all the way down to the very bottom of the leg and twist it and lock it again. Which, you know, with a little camera like this, not a big deal. But if you had a big rig on here, that might be pretty awkward to do. Whereas with the SmallRig, of course, with the traditional latches, you can just bend down and adjust that a little bit. So I find that kind of inconvenient with the Ulanzi. If you're not shooting on uneven ground, then of course that doesn't really make a difference. On both of these, you can fold the legs up flat, so you can do low angle shooting. You can also take the center column out and switch it around so it's underneath, so you can shoot from underneath the tripod. The legs on the Ulanzi extend further than on the SmallRig, so you can see it's quite a bit higher with the legs fully extended. Both have center columns. The Ulanzi has one section of center column, whereas the SmallRig actually has 2 sections of center column. So overall, the SmallRig will actually go up a little bit higher than the Ulanzi. However, because the legs don't go up quite as high, the center column is a little bit wobbly, so it holds a little bit less weight than the Ulanzi. And the Ulanzi definitely feels a bit more secure on your camera than this does all the way extended. The Ulanzi is 17 inches on its lowest setting, all the way up to 61 inches when it's fully extended, whereas the SmallRig is 21 inches all the way down and extends up to 63 inches. Both of these underneath the column have little hooks, which is great if you want to stabilize the tripod. You can hang like a sandbag, or I like to hang my backpack, which is extremely heavy, under it, and then this thing feels super, super secure. The Ulanzi also has a little hidden device under here. Just unscrew this, and you've got a little cell phone holder. Kind of cool. Both of these have 1/4-20 mounts, so you can screw something into these. It looks like the SmallRig has one, whereas the Ulanzi actually has two. One here and one here. And that can be nice if you need to attach something like a monitor or really anything, a light. And that brings us to the heads, which are basically identical on both of these tripods. They are a fluid video head. For this price range, they're actually very nice, pretty smooth. They don't compare to ones that are a lot more expensive, but these are fairly inexpensive tripods. And I think for that price range, they're very good. They have a little spirit level on them. And they're mounted on a ball, so you can rotate that around. Some differences: the Ulanzi handle is made of a sort of a hard rubber. It feels very nice and feels like it would hold up for a long time, whereas on the SmallRig, the handle has a soft foam. There's also a lower down soft foam on the SmallRig here and hardened rubber over here. It's a little bit squishy. It's a very nice feeling on the Ulanzi. Don't like this kind of foam material because it just seems to break down over time. The SmallRig handle also extends a little bit. Although extended, it's not really much longer than the Ulanzi. Both of these have a little Allen wrench hidden in the back, which is nice, so you don't have to hunt for your Allen wrench. One of the main differences between these two camera heads is the mounting mechanism. So on the Ulanzi, it's an F38 system, which is their quick lock system. So basically, you can slide a camera on, and it locks it in place. You hit the little button to slide it back off. Very quick. You can also pull the little knob and turn it sideways, and then it locks it. So even if you push the button by accident, it won't come off. I find this system really convenient. I have it on all my cameras. They have all sorts of different things that you can use it for. I have a mount on my backpack so I can slide it in. I have a strap one. I have it on all of my cameras and tripods. I have it on my gimbal. You can get cages where you can slide things on and off. I find it really, really convenient. I really like that system. However, the SmallRig uses the more traditional Arca-Swiss plates. So lots and lots of people, of course, use Arca-Swiss. They're very nice. Just lock them into place, pop them out. So that can be really nice if you use Arca-Swiss. However, if you want to use F38 plates on this, you can just get the base. And the base is really nice because on the bottom is Arca-Swiss. So you can take this, put it in just like an Arca-Swiss, tighten it down, and then you can use it in the same way. So that's really a cool thing about the F38 system that I like. To use that on this, you would have to buy the plate, which is extra. However, the SmallRig is cheaper overall, so maybe that would be worthwhile. The SmallRig also allows you to take the center column off and one of the legs off and put them together, and you have a monopod. So if you need a monopod, SmallRig may be the way to go. I don't think you can do that with the Ulanzi. I think the biggest reason to buy one over the other is probably the mounting system. If you use F38, I think the Ulanzi is great because it's built in. The SmallRig, if you're using Arca-Swiss, might be the way to go, although you can convert it to F38. And then the leg system, I think, is another big difference. If you like the twist lock, if you want to be able to extend it really fast, the Ulanzi might be the way to go. If you like the more traditional clips, then the SmallRig may be the way to go. I think the Ulanzi is built a little bit better than the SmallRig, but not a lot. They're both really nice. And as I say, the heads are pretty much identical, which is why I wanted to compare these two. I think I would be happy with either of these tripods, to be honest. Let me know if you get one of these, what you think of them, and why you chose one over the other. I hope you got some good information out of this. Thank you so much for watching.